time to make a big batch of rice. Now, we eat a lot of rice in this house and we usually use a rice cooker. But if you're serving a crowd, you can't make enough rice in a rice cooker to serve more than 4 people, at least not my rice cooker. So I have this easy way to make rice in the oven, which I love because it's hands off. But what you have to do is get the amount of rice and water just right. But once you figure out your amounts of rice and water, you can scale this up or scale this down to serve a crowd. I've actually done this to serve well over 100 people just by making rice in the oven. So it's a handy trick to know. So here I have 3½ cups of long grain white rice, and you see it was in a strainer. That's because I rinsed it. I rinsed all that starch away. You can leave it on there if you don't want to bother with the rinsing, but the rice is going to turn out a bit clumpier. So by rinsing it, you get fluffier grains. All right, so to this I'm going to add a little bit of salt, about a teaspoon of table salt. Sprinkle it nice and evenly over the rice. And then the last bit, I'm gonna add water, boiling water. Now, if you wanted to add chicken broth because you want that brothy flavor, that would work too. You simply have to get it hot and bring it to a boil. But because I'm using water, I'm just gonna take it from my kettle. And you want about 5¼ cups of water. So that's 3½ cups of rice, 5¼ cups of water. And that's good. Now you simply pour the water right over the rice. I think this is so much easier than cooking rice on the stovetop. I make lousy stovetop rice. You think it's just 2 ingredients, rice and water. How hard could it be? But making a good pot of rice is not easy. And on the stovetop, things get forgotten, things get too hot, things get burnt. So that's why I like the hands off in the oven. Now I'm gonna cover it with foil, not 1 sheet of foil, 2 sheets of foil, because 2 is better than 1. And you really wanna insulate that top, so you don't want any of that moisture to evaporate. You want it to soak into the rice. So 2 sheets of aluminum foil. So into a 375-degree oven this goes, between 40 and 50 minutes. All right, now that rice is done. It's been about 45 minutes. Let's take a look at this rice. Oh, it smells good. You can see how evenly cooked it is. Really fluff it up. Some clumps are nice because you want a few clumps under that chili. I like it on the fluffier side. So fluffing it gently with a fork is how you get that texture while letting some of this steam escape. Now to finish the rice, I'm just gonna add a little bit of lime zest and a little bit of juice just to make it fragrant, which is fun, especially if you're serving a crowd. Just gonna fluff that zest and juice in with a fork. Oh, I love doing rice this way. It's just so darn easy. Now for a little bit of a taste. That little bit of lime zest just makes it taste a little less boring, a little more exciting. Now it does need a little bit of salt, so I'm gonna sprinkle that on, and just a little bit of pepper. Not too much pepper because spicy chili is going on top, but the rice itself, needs to taste like something. It's not just a bland foil, it's its own dish. All right, so back on the foil goes and set it aside until serving time. So it is a beautiful day outside. I think everyone might enjoy sitting on the patio with their chili, so I'm gonna set this all up out there. See you next time. Thanks for watching. What'd you think? Leave a comment below and let me know what you're excited to cook this week. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. You can get today's recipes and more for free at our website, americastestkitchen.com/JuliaAtHome.